Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beam Saber the Cenotaph, part 32? Part 32, aka the finale.
Wait, is it 32 or 33?
32.
Oh, okay. That's
What?
right.
I am your host, Austin Ramsey. I will also be your GM for this evening, and I'm also the creator of Beam Saber. My pronouns are he and him. You can find me on Twitter at notanin, and you can find the rules for Beam Saber at austin-ramsey.itch.io/beamsaber. This evening, I am joined by Ray.
Shit. Hi, I'm Ray. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at RayRayTheGayGay, or on itch at rayinthefog.itch.io.
Thank you very much. Also joining us this evening is Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess. My pronouns are she, her. You guys can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Quasinym. That's QUASINYM.
Thank you. Also with us is Takuma.
Hi, I'm Takuma. My pronouns are they and she. My Twitter is at Takuma_Okada_. I write games and music and stuff, and that is at narrowedhome.itch.io.
Great. And last but never least, Sasha.
Hi, I'm Sasha. You can find me on Twitter at Sasha_Renault. My pronouns are NNs. And you can find my game stuff at tcabbage.
Thank you. Okay, so who remembers what happened last week?
She tried to kill me.
Yeah, that is true. Pitchfork did try to kill Scarecrow. You might blame it on the drugs. But
I rescued my ex? I don't know.
yeah,
A lot of shit
I refrained from killing your ex.
Thank you. Still vindictive.
We are 2 out of 4 rivals out of this game, which is very exciting.
yeah. I bet y'all are wondering how I'm gonna shoehorn Tusser and Harlan into this mission, right?
I believe in you. You'll always find a way.
Whoa, Virgil Bane is here. What?
That's a
Also,
throwback.
Elreth is pushing our shit in.
That's true.
Yeah, Lady Elreth is also here.
Mixing it up.
She is in a fight with Pitchfork in Burt and Scarecrow in the Karasu in the parking lot, so to speak, of the tower. Having a parking lot fight outside.
Good. I'm so glad that's the place where we have our fucking final showdown.
It's very
Maybe
on
the-
brand.
Maybe in the parking lot with our hands.
If you
Yes.
scale the metaphor down to people size, you were fighting in a parking lot full of burning cars.
And
Yeah.
it's too bad that the tower isn't like the mech equivalent of a 7-Eleven.
God.
God. Are you saying it's not?
Round back to Denny's.
The Mecha Denny's.
4 in the morning. Yeah.
This is turning into that one episode of Eureka 7 where they fight outside of Denny's.
Wait, but if we're fighting outside the back of a Denny's, where's Mothman?
Do Mothman
That was
does?
me.
Fuck.
That was Jason Basil's call sign all along. But now he.
That's my next call sign. Dibs.
But anyways, so that's what's going on upstairs. Downstairs, Dredge used the magpie to dig a spiraling tunnel through the foundation of the tower into the Sovereignty Engine control room, and then deployed the Nell on the magpie to force the Shadespeare squad in the control room out of the room, and then went down to try and shut down the machines, and discovered that the Nell had also scrambled the screens of the control room, making it a tad risky to try and do anything with them, since Ko couldn't read what was going on.
Yeah, it's not the best way to operate a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah. That was also the last quirk to be spent by the magpie, so any further use of the magpie will be a dire action.
Yay, dire actions.
Speaking of those, Tower was able to join Dredge. But due to a partial success, Dredge was about to be opened up on by an automated defense turret. But Ray resisted that, and that cost the last of Tower's stress. So anything Tower does next will be a dire action.
Yeah, baby.
Rest in peace, middle finger guy. Rest in peace.
See you soon.
Which is to say nothing of the various injuries that y'all and your AVs have. Because there's a lot of that going around. Yeah.
Ugh.
So,
We're good at this game.
who wants to start? Oh, also, sorry, just an important note is that Lady Elreth's mech Starfall has one of its limbs pinned to the ground of the parking lot via Pitchfork having stolen the Savannah Sovereign's rocket lance and then stabbing it through that limb.
Which is cool as hell.
Yeah.
What did I junk?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Bert junked like everything except for the weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
who knows what they want to do?
I do.
Okay, Dredge, what are you gonna do?
How many exits and entrances are there to this room?
There is let's see. I think that there is the one that you made in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is would there be more than one for this room? Yeah, I think there are probably 2 doorways to the control room. Sort of like the way the control room is arranged is that it's like several parallel computer banks, computer terminals, all facing towards like a main screen, and then the doorways are on either side of the room.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the control room is kind of like stadium seating a bit, so that the people further back can see the main screen over the people in front of them.
Okay. I would like to put some explosives on those doors.
Okay. All right. I guess you've got the load for placed explosives.
Oh, I sure do. I certainly do.
Okay. And what is the intent with these?
I'm trapping those doors so that if and or when they are opened, they explode.
Okay. What do you want to roll for this?
It's a fine question. I think it's gonna be because it's not an immediate action. It is an engineer.
Fair. This will be risky standard.
Okay. Engineer, risky, standard, 2 dice. Oops, 2 dice. Well, it's a 3 to 1.
Oh no.
Woohoo! Great way to start.
Okay. So here's what happens. Tower, I think you're still in the ceiling hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens is that you've got the placed explosives in like one hand, and you're like doing the initial preparations to turn it into a mine.
Mm-hmm.
And you're halfway to the door when someone kicks in the door and throws a flashbang in, and it just like lands in your arms. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. It just like lands at your feet. So you are blinded and deafened. Tower, you being in the ceiling, you're able to like pull back and avoid getting hit by that.
Okay.
But that means that you are now in a desperate position, Dredge. Because you can't see or hear shit, and you're probably a bit concussed from it going off right at your feet.
What if I just... Okay, I'm headed in that direction. What if I just threw the thing?
Well, what would you want to roll for that? Because that is definitely not an engineer.
No, it's not.
Because, like, this is not a grenade you've got.
No. It really would. It would literally just be pelting a thing of putty. I don't think it would explode.
Yeah, no, probably not. Not unless they've got, like electrified armor.
They might. You don't know. I mean, you do know, but they might.
Do you want a moment?
Call it a wreck? I don't know.
God. Yeah, okay, if you just want to hit the, like, go switch and throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get in a worse position than desperate.
Listen, I've been concussed. This was the first idea that I could think of. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I think this will be desperate standard. It would be limited if you weren't using an explosive.
Alright, that's one die. That's a 2.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, alright, well, I pulled...
Just catch it and clock me with it? I don't know.
What is it that happens? Yeah, okay. I think so. Here's what it is. Because you are blinded and deafened, you do not realize that some of the sparks from the flashbang had like hit the putty and were smoldering, and so it just goes off in your hands. So you're gonna take level 3 harm. Yeah, fuck it. It's the last session. Disarmed.
Oh my god!
Not level 3 harm pirate?
I mean, you were holding plastic explosives.
You're not wrong. Here's the thing. I'm gonna take that. I'm also gonna use jury rig to make that less awful.
You need time to jury rig.
Well, I'm gonna fall down probably, and then scoot behind a console and take that time.
Okay. So, jury rig, spend 2 stress to reduce the effect but not level of a vehicle's damage until the end of the mission. If you have doctor, you can also use this on a pilot's harm. So, that counts as level 2 harm for the rest of this mission.
Okay.
Oh,
Disarmed.
Yeah. You should probably put in brackets that it's actually level 3, so...
Will do.
secret level 3 harm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Tower. So you
Yep.
you just saw all that. Dredge got core arm blown off by the explosives Ko was holding, and then scooted behind a console and started tending to the wound.
Yup. Okay.
Protect your friends, Tower!
So, I won't go into detail, but to be clear, I think it's probably your forearm that is gone. So you have just so you have an idea of what you still have physically available to you.
Cheers.
Okay, was this... Who were you going for exactly? Was there someone coming into the room?
Yeah, somebody kicked in the door. I was gonna just do the door, but then someone presented themselves, so...
Fun, okay. I'm gonna take a dire action.
Okay.
I am going to try and do the tower thing and skitter along the ceiling and try and get behind them, hopefully unnoticed, to try and jab them in the back.
Okay, well, you're the one with the active camo. I'm guessing you're gonna make use
Yeah.
of that. Okay, yeah. So you start to make your way out of the door, out of the ceiling hole, and you can see that
Fine
there.
optical camo, light mobility. No, fine optical camo.
Light climbing gear.
Light climbing gear. Yeah.
So you can see that there's like two Shadespeare people have like come into the room after they tossed that flashbang in, and they've got like submachine guns, and they're pointed at the console that Dredge has scooted behind, but they haven't opened fire, and they're clearly like not doing great because of the Nell. They're like sort of, they look like they have a migraine. Their heads are sort of like lowered a bit, and they look a bit flinchy. So yeah, this is going to be, I'm guessing you're using Prowl, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this will be risky standard.
Okay. Oh, all right. It's a 4.
That's a 4. Okay. So I am going to add 2 more ticks to the Shadespeare clock.
And is there a way I could get it to affect both of them?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, you drop down behind these 2 fools, and you zap them in the back with your stun baton. And they drop. They're already disoriented, and you just pile on top of that. But unfortunately, the squad is more than just these 2 guys. And there's a loud boom, and you go tumbling forward, Tower, as you have been shot in the back with a shotgun. So
Fun. Okay.
yeah, take
Lovely.
the level 2 harm.
Well, this was a dire action.
Yeah, this is the consequence for getting a partial success is the level 2 harm.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm a little confused.
So when you take a dire action, you make a roll, and you get the consequences as normal if you get less than a 6.
Yeah.
And then when your dire actions end, you also get... actually, you know what? I'm not going to inflict that level 2 harm.
Because it would be a level 3 anyway. Because I've got 2 level 2s.
Yeah, and I don't want to kill Tower right away. So, but that shot,
Right away.
that shot does happen. So take the level 1 harm grazed. This person can't especially see you because of your cloaking.
Okay, I was gonna go for peppered.
Oh yeah, that works too. But the rest of the blast from the shotgun also hits one of the consoles, and I'm gonna add 1 tick to the impact clock.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't like that.
yeah. And what's your level 3 harm? That represents you overexerting yourself for this dire action.
I don't know. I don't. If anyone has any suggestions, I'll take them. But I just
Okay.
think it's.
I have a suggestion then.
Yeah.
The shotgun actually doesn't like just graze you. It actually hits you, but the shot, like, this was a very large caliber shotgun. And so the blast is so like spread that you take a huge chunk of it in your back, and so you will take the level 3 harm shotgunned,
Okay.
and then it also has its normal consequences.
All right.
If you weren't mostly invisible, that would have just been level 4 harm, because you got ambushed with a shotgun.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
But my stress is clear.
You're also out of the scene for a
Yep.
while.
Yup.
So I think Dredge, you like hear the zap, the familiar zap of Tower's stun baton, and you hear the thump of two bodies hitting the ground, and you hear a massive bang, and Tower just goes skidding like across the floor between two consoles, leaving a smear of blood, and is still on the ground.
Well, shit.
And let's cut back upstairs while Dredge
Hello.
tends to core wound. So, Scarecrow, Pitchfork, what do the two of you want to do?
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, what's that?
I'm gonna fucking shoot Lady Elreth again.
Again, have you shot her once?
Yeah, I shot her last time. I'm gonna shoot the Starfall.
Yeah, no. I was remembering the amount of failed dice that you had last session. Surely this session will be better.
Surely. Okay. I would like to use bombard with my fine heavy cannon.
Okay.
What is my position and effect? Because I've got some boosting to do, I think.
Yeah, this will be.
Keeping in mind, I have level 1 damages.
Oh, you have level 1 damage? Okay. Then this will be risky limited.
Risky limited? Okay. I would like to push using precise and sensitive.
Okay.
And I would like to take additional effect.
All right. So
That makes it risky great, right?
No, that makes it risky standard.
Risky standard? Oh. Hold up. I thought you said standard a second ago.
No, you were at
Okay.
risky limited. So now you're at
Okay.
standard.
Could I get some collateral dice?
Yeah, sure.
Going ham.
Yeah. Because Pitchfork is so like on just wild, like going wild in this fight with Starfall, you cannot get a clear shot, and so Bert is going to take level 2 damage.
Okay.
Because you essentially have to shoot through Bert to hit Starfall.
It's my fucking jam. Okay, so that's risky great.
Can
We went up to standard and then to great.
can collateral dice give you effect?
I thought we've had that choice before in the past.
We might have. You know what? I'll allow it. Sure. You know what? It's better to just say yes than try and look that up at the moment.
Okay, here we go. 46. Don't fuck me, dice pool. Success!
That's a 4. Okay. So, the consequence, other than Pitchfork Bert taking level 2 damage, which will be punctured as the round just like, I think it goes clean through Bert's torso. Just fucks up all kinds of systems in the torso, but Bert is still active. And the consequence is reduced effect, as the round slows just enough for it to not punch right through Starfall, because it's already gone through one heavy AV. So there is
darn.
1 tick left on Lady Elreth.
I'm gonna junk the weapon.
Okay. So what does that look like?
It's seeing it at the last minute and like turning just enough to almost get out of the way, but it catches the jackhammer.
All right. Pitchfork, what are you gonna do now?
You told me that when I jumped on Starfall earlier, it like cracked one of the sides, right, of the cube.
Yeah.
I just want to punch right through there.
Yes!
Okay.
Works.
All right. Let's see. This will be. I think this is going to be desperate limited because you are getting in close to Starfall and you are essentially unarmed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love it. I fucking love it. I love how Bert has no equipment left but is still undamaged. Technically.
That's the point.
That's why those junking rules exist.
Yeah, fuck it.
What are you
Just
rolling?
battle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the thing. 3 dice. It's a 4.
That is a 4. Okay.
Mark XP.
All right. So, you maneuver Bert so that you are facing the damaged side. Clearly, Lady Elreth has been, at the very least, distracted by getting shot by the Karasu. And so you're able to make up for that and punch into Starfall's side, and Bert's arm buries itself like partway up the forearm into Starfall. And then you pull loose. And if it was any other AV, it would drop to the ground by this point. But it's Starfall. And what you weren't expecting is that limb, you realize that it's no longer pinned. Or rather, it is pinned, but it has been ejected from the socket. And so with the 7 remaining arms, Starfall just starts raining blows down upon Bert. So take the level 3 damage, torn asunder.
I've still got 1 quirk.
Yeah?
Strong and tough.
It is appropriate.
Are you gonna resist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you use this?
This is just... This is just really making sure I don't get knocked away. I think I probably use the other arm to grab onto a part of Starfall and like stick to it so it's harder to hit me. And I'm gonna try this one more time.
Okay, so take, in that case, take the level 1 damage battered instead of the level 3.
Mm-hmm.
As, you know, Bert is still taking an absolute beating. And so you're gonna take another punch into Starfall?
Yeah.
Okay, so you bring Bert's arm back, and like 3 of the hands come up in front of you, in front of Bert, in like a stopping, and make like a stopping gesture, and then over the comms comes Lady Elreth, and she's just like, "Whew, huh, that was a hell of a fight. Thanks for that. You doing okay?"
Do I even
Aren't you on drugs?
say anything?
Pitchfork, aren't you on, you know, the jazz cigarettes?
I don't even know if I respond.
A tragedy. Okay. So you just take that second swing?
Yeah, that's all I can do at this point, I think.
Okay. This is gonna be. This will be risky limited because, as far as Lady Elreth knows, the two of you are no longer fighting.
I just want to clarify one thing because on my screen the clock is filled now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
That's a crit.
Oh, my
All the times.
Okay.
oh, you motherfucker.
Don't kill my girl.
Dice God, dice God.
Oh man. But that only brings it up to standard effect, of course. So you now have 2 ticks out of the 14 tick Lady Elreth clock. As
Fuck.
Oh,
as you
no!
punch into Starfall, and you hear over the comms, "All right, fine. I had a good fight, but if you want to make this to the death, we can make it to the death, you fucker." And she shoves Bert away from Starfall, and the 7 still attached arms like take up a fighting stance again. So,
I'm getting real life stressed about this.
That's the way it goes.
yeah.
I'm stressed in the meat space.
Okay, I have an action here.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I want to try and disable Bert.
All right, how you gonna do that?
Oh,
Gonna
wait, do I
shoot it.
complete?
What?
Sorry.
Hold up.
That was a vehicle dire action, right?
That is true.
Yes.
Okay. I forgot that was a dire action, your follow-up punch, honestly.
But it was a crit.
Yeah. I
I
need.
don't know how crits work in vehicle dire actions.
Yes.
I also forget.
I am checking that now.
Tell us your
Okay.
game secrets, Game Master.
If the pilot pushes their vehicle past its limit, they take a dire action. If a dire action is taken, the pilot can ignore any damage penalties the vehicle currently has for a single action. Can't exert. Let's see. If they roll a crit, they refresh 1 quirk of their choice instead of having improved effect. Okay, so that should actually be 1 tick out of 14. And instead return to acting normally. They avoid taking a breakdown tick and level 3 damage caused by the dire action. So,
Well, I'm gonna untick easy to learn, hard to master.
okay. So, Scarecrow, you have something that you want to do?
Yep. Gonna take a shot at Bert. And I'm gonna aim for the legs. And I think I'm gonna be on the radio saying, I'm gonna abstract this, but basically, to the effect of, she's out of control, she doesn't know what she's doing, please don't kill her.
Okay.
There's 4 of them. You better not miss.
Okay. Can you hear me now, Austin?
Yeah, we could hear you before.
Okay. Okay, so that will be with, that'll be another bombard.
All right. Let's see.
Position in effect.
Yeah. Okay, well, first off, this being PvP essentially, we need to, take a moment to talk about this.
Okay.
Since you are explicitly trying to hit Bert. So, if you get a hit, are you understand that Takuma could choose to have that be resisted?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And if you get consequence, then that'll probably be coming from Bert.
Yeah.
And
okay with
everyone's good with this, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want to make sure everyone's cool before start shooting each other. All right. God. I guess it's risky. You two are the same tier. Oh. Yeah, it's risky. It's still risky. I was going to say it might be controlled because Bert doesn't have any more weapons. But Pitchfork's on the drugs.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That sweet Jamba juice.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. Risky great. Which great means level 3 damage for Bert.
Yeah.
Because this, same tier, but you're using an upgunned cannon, so...
Yep. Well, less effect, but I'm willing to push as well.
Oh, you are gonna push?
Yep.
Okay. So, what quirk are you spending? Or are you spending stress?
You know what? I'm gonna spend stress. Because I can do that.
Yeah. You're just so in tune with the Karasu. Okay.
So that brings it back up to great, right? That was what I was aiming for. Because
yes.
You said great before, and then I mentioned the
Yeah.
reduce. Okay, cool. So 4 dice.
That's a 6.
Success.
Finally.
Okay, so, Jess, why don't you tell us what level 3 harm Bert takes, or level 3 damage?
Level 3 damage. Hydraulic leak.
Okay.
Just like getting into the core of the systems where there's a lot of the hydraulics that drive the main legs and stuff.
Does this count as an ambush?
That is tough because it's coming from your friend, air quotes around that, but also, like, you already took a shot. You already hit the Karasu because you or thought it was shooting at you. So I don't think it does count as an ambush because you're too, tweaked out to think about the Karasu as not being a foe, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like
I'll spend the quirk.
Okay.
Just go down already.
All right. How do you spend that quirk?
I think that Scarecrow is still probably relying on what she knows about having seen Bert being piloted before to line up this shot. And just that's not what's happening right now. Like I think Pitchfork maybe just barely notices this gun being aimed and just like the four legs buckle and just the Bert drops low to the ground, and it's a hit, but it's not what you wanted.
Okay. So what's the level 1 harm or level 1 damage instead, Jess?
Level 1 damage. Stiff.
Okay.
Fuck. You really want to die, don't you?
I want to take that as meat is cheap.
Oh my fucking god!
Okay. I think that'll be level 1 harm shredded. I think that some shrapnel bounces around inside the cockpit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and does Lady Elreth respond at all to my comms?
Give me a sway roll. or some other equivalent. Shooting Bert will give you improved effects.
Okay. Okay, so what's my position?
I think this will be... What are you rolling?
This will be sway.
Okay, this will be risky great.
Risky gray?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to roll is 2d6. It's a partial success.
Okay, so I will add 3 ticks to the Lady Elreth clock. She comes over the comms and she says, "Well, that explains it. It's no fun if they're not thinking." And partial success. Yeah. Oh, here's the consequence. She leaves. You're left alone with a berserk pitchfork in Bert, without Lady Elreth willing to help. Because she's had her fun. She got her fight. She had a good time. She doesn't want to fight someone who's just swinging drunkenly, which is how she sees what Bert's doing as. So yeah, Starfall. One of the limbs grabs a hold of the lance, rips it out of the pinned limb. Another limb picks that up, and then it literally cartwheels out of the garage and up the ramp and away.
What a good neck. God.
I think it's your move, Takuma.
I think
it's your move.
well, what we're gonna do is I think Bert turns towards the Karasu after having just been hit. There's all this wreckage around. There's the lance on the ground. There's the Savannah Sovereign deactivated with its shield. And there's all these 18-wheelers in the area. And
Yeah, this is the breakdown tick. This is it.
And
This is where Battle Without Honor or Remorse starts playing, isn't it?
yeah, okay, so Takuma, what do you do? There's there's more than enough stuff around you to grab for a weapon if you were so inclined. If Pitchfork's thinking that clearly.
Okay, so yeah, I have ticked all the quirks again. But
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so this would be a dire action.
yeah.
Can Dredge just over the radio be like, hey, tower is down, so am I, we need help. Just in the midst of all this.
Yeah, you can
And
ask. Go ahead, Jess.
I think the response to that is you get like one of those really close in like pilot cut-ins, and you see Scarecrow over her console, like, you know, blood coming out of the corner of her map, and I think it actually runs down like the groove of her scar.
Mm.
And she, you know, she grits her teeth and is like, doing what I can. Give me a second. Take your shot. Oh, this is so good. This is so good.
What's the play, Takuma?
It's probably the nearest thing I can grab, yeah.
Which
I think is an 18-wheeler.
sounds good.
Very, very Pacific Rim, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking yes.
Are you just like, so question, are you just like using the back end like a club, or are you holding it by the cargo container and using it like a flail, using the cab as like the mace head?
Club.
Okay.
That's very bird.
All right. So this will be risky standard.
Oh my god.
And so you both you both understand the what's at stake here, the level.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hmm.
What do you want to? Oh, there we go. That's
Oh.
a 6.
Hmm.
Okay, so you can take another dire action.
Oh boy.
So yeah, what's the level 2 damage that the Karasu takes?
Ooh. What does the cross have right now?
It's got 2 level 1 damages of banged up and dinged.
Oh, well,
Also, narratively, the cockpit is like the cockpit protection is the windshield is just completely gone. It first got smashed, and then Scarecrow ejected it for clear lines of sight.
oh Jesus. Okay, well, buckled?
That's pretty good.
Buckled is good.
Yeah. So Bert, why don't you describe what Bert does?
I think it's a two-handed, just like side swipe. Goes right into the like side, kind of where the wing folding thing happens, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and just like the impact of it fucks up that whole mechanism a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take that damage.
All right.
That's crumpled, right?
Buckled.
Buckled. Okay.
I feel like crumpled is a 3.
Yeah, I can see that. I think that's my turn, though.
All right.
So, you know, she does that whole thing, you know, reaches over, grabs, pulls a lever, and then the plates fold back out, except on, like, I think it hits on, like, the left side. I'm seeing, like, a right-handed swing, so left side. And those plates just, like, they try to open, but they don't. So it's just like one-sided open. The railgun retracts, and out comes the machine gun. And
Ah, yes.
I'm just gonna try and disable Bert. And she's using all her precision and skill and military training to shoot at everything but the cockpit. That's gonna be a battle. What's my position?
Risky standard again, because like the two of you are the same tier, and this isn't a special machine gun, because you've lost your special ammunition.
Wait, what about the drugs?
Oh, that is a good point.
But also our equipment's good now.
That is also a good point.
Yeah, but that means yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because one of the things that is not an option for upgraded equipment is like armor.
It's all gone anyway.
Yeah, I think
Say upgraded drugs.
I think this is desperate great, probably.
Okay.
Take XP.
Ooh,
That's a
nice.
6.
That's a 6. What's the level 3 damage that Bert takes? God, this is just a slugfest. There's no grace in this fight at this point. It's just the two combat obbies just laying into each other, one after the other.
Oh, the level 3 harm. The level 3 damage.
I'm sure it'll be harm soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm gonna say Swiss cheese.
Meat is cheap. Save the metal.
Hell.
That's
God.
all my harm. That's literally all of my harm.
So, yeah, how do you meat is cheap this?
I think on some level I noticed that I noticed what Scarecrow is trying to do, where she's aiming, and I can't get out of the way, but I can make it hit places that aren't going to cripple Bert, but they're gonna hit me.
Okay. Take the level 3 harm perforated.
Oh, Jesus.
So, Takuma, you want to read all of the harm that Pitchfork has?
Pitchfork has 2 level 1 harms, battered and shredded. Pitchfork also has 2 level 2 harms, roasted and broken ribs, and a level 3 harm, perforated.
Yeah. You know, whether or not you max out your stress, I think you're going to be leaving this mission with some scars. Okay. I guess you're following up now?
Yeah.
With a level 3 harm, aren't you helpless?
You
That's a
can-
question.
Yeah, that is a question.
You need help.
Well, she can push herself for that,
Oh, I'll do that. Yeah, I've still got
to
some.
act alone.
I've still
Oh,
got.
God. You fucking Terminator bitch!
I gotta spend everything.
Yeah.
We're just gonna die on each other's swords. It's gonna be fucking beautiful.
I've only got 3 stress though. Like that's it. That's all I have left. That's. Yeah, I'm going down.
Yeah.
First.
Level 3 means the pilot cannot act without pushing themselves or receiving assistance. So, yeah, I think much like if the pilot maxes out on stress, the vehicle doesn't keep acting. If the pilot is too messed up, not gonna the vehicle's not gonna keep going.
Can I make a roll? I would like to come again and try and snap snap Pitchfork out of it.
Okay, what do you say to Pitchfork?
If someone doesn't help, we're all gonna die, and it's gonna be for fucking nothing.
What are you rolling for that?
I'm gonna assist.
You can't.
Can't I? My stress is cleared.
You're out.
You're not
You're
back in
out.
yet.
Am I out? Out? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sorry. So what are you rolling there, Dredge?
I'm sorry.
A sway, I think.
How many dice is that?
That's one.
Oh
boy.
This is gonna be risky standard.
Oh boy. Is there anything? Collateral maybe? What you got?
I'll add a tick
hold
to
on.
the impact clock.
Fucking.
1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I need to check one thing. I need to check one goddamn thing. No, I can't. I can't risk stressing out. I have one stress left.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that collateral. Okay. What's my what's my effect?
Risky standard. And so
Sweet.
the impact clock is now at 2 out of 4 ticks. I think you just like while you're there pushed up against this console, like there's like the popping of electrical circuits and smoke starts to come out of the one that got hit by the shotgun.
2 dice. That's 5.
That's a 5. Okay. Pitchfork, I think Dredge gets through to you. Like it's the drugs have mostly run their course at this point. And you're about to take another swing at the Karasu with this truck in hand. And then you like realize you describe to me what it's like as you come down from the stim pack.
I mean, it's like coming out of a dream, sort of. Like, it doesn't feel like I've been myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize that it's a nightmare. And just, like, everything goes limp. Like, Pitchfork's body, Bert, the truck falls to the ground.
Yeah.
She's basically got nothing left.
Okay. So, Scarecrow, you see that. Dredge. What happened, what the consequence is you hear the creak as someone like opens the door to the control room, and then you hear whoomp 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 whoomp, and you look up as you hear with each whoomp a matching like sort of wet splat sound, and there are 4 sticky explosives that the Shadespeare squad has fired from a grenade launcher onto the Nell projectors of the Magpie. And they go off, and like the Nell shuts down. You are now in a desperate position.
I can resist that, and it's the last thing that the magpie will do. That's a dire action.
Are you declaring a remote vehicle control then?
Yes, I am.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta think about this. Because the magpie's quirks are all filled, so it technically can't...
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can stop this, because you cannot resist consequences while all your quirks are filled.
Okay.
Not by
I
spending
resist.
quirks. But...
Can I resist it by trying to get my, pushing through to snap out of it faster so it doesn't take Dredge so much time?
This is not a matter of time of talking you through this. This is they've been trying to figure out what to do about the Nell for a while now. Right? They try to breach, and it didn't go so well for two of them. So yeah, the Nell shuts off. You're in a desperate position, but you can still take the dire action with the magpie.
Okay. God. Oh, I know what okay. Here are the things that I would like to do, and I don't know what order I want to do them in. I would like to, now that the Nell is no longer fucking up the systems, I would like to pull up an AI and talk to it. And I would also like to bring the magpie down around the edges, just sit it down.
Block the doorways.
Yes.
Okay, so as previous established when you were in the last Sovereignty Engine control room, there are no apps in these controls. They are purposefully very contained and low tech in some ways so that they cannot be easily hacked. Right?
Yeah.
But you can absolutely try and maneuver the magpie. What do you want to roll for this? Or
Yeah, I mean that's a maneuver.
okay.
And can I use fortitude for this? I don't think that I can.
Fortitude. Where is that?
It's
You may expend your special armor to resist a consequence of fatigue, weakness, or chemical effects, or to push yourself when working with technical skill or handling chemicals. Yeah, unfortunately, that wouldn't apply here because you're doing a vehicle action.
yeah.
And the magpie has 2 level 1 damages. And you're also operating it remotely. This is going to definitely be limited effect.
Yeah.
So this is going to be desperate limited. But a success will net you improved position.
You know, I will take it. Let's try this. That's a maneuver. Desperate, limited. 2 dice. That's 2 5s.
That's 2 5s. Okay.
Extremely competent.
Yeah. All right. So, what happens is that you use the remote vehicle control and the magpie coils around the room fairly smoothly, blocking off both doorways. And then from the other side, you hear that similar whoomp whoomp, but muffled through the magpie, followed by 2 muffled explosions, and the magpie is going to take level 2 damage. burst as they begin working their way through the magpie to get to you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that buys me a little bit of time.
Yeah, it does.
Are there still Shadespeare in the room with us?
There's the two unconscious ones.
Sweet. Okay. Let's see. How is... Wow, Blackberry's not doing great. Okay.
Yeah, I think Tower is unconscious at this time.
Okay.
Yep.
You wanna describe the harm that Tower has currently?
Yeah, I changed it from shotgunned to flayed.
Oh!
That works.
Because I don't know what a shotgun would do to a person, but I can imagine it's a little bit like that.
Yeah, so that's your level 3 harm. What about the rest?
I have level 3 flayed, level 2 guilty and arm wound, and level 1 sliced and peppered, which makes me sound like a steak.
Welcome
God.
to Tower Steaks, the finest sliced peppered steak in the land.
Welcome to Chopped.
Yeah. Yeah, so that means that
So I'm having a good day.
so 2 of the squad, if they take any harm, they die.
Yay!
I'd like to radio the our reinforcements. I'd like to see how the paladins are doing, or perhaps the hyenas, or really anyone who's listening to this channel. Hi, it's the Cenotaph. We desperately need reinforcements in the tower, please.
You get back a staticky message because remember, you are deep under the tower. And much like the secondary control room under the Twinler and Red headquarters, you can't really get a signal out because that's the whole point of this room, is how contained it is. So you get like a couple of garbled responses, but nothing that you can even make out, unfortunately. Just
I'm
like
gonna try that again with a long-range transmitter.
You're gonna declare one of those
Boost
for
the
load?
signal! Hell yeah, I am. 4, yeah.
Okay, what do you want to roll for this?
Oh god. Sway? Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna be controlled. Oh, you guys have improved gear. This will be controlled standard.
Hell yeah.
Yell ha.
Control.
Improved gear was a good choice.
Standard. I have 1 die, I believe. I believe I have 1 die. I do. Okay.
That's a 3.
Thanks. Thanks,
So-
Roll20.
So remember, with controlled, you can try again at a worse position, or you can take a different tact and choose to roll something else. So I think what this is like, you're like scanning through the frequencies on the long range transmitter, trying to find one with a better signal. And what do? You can sway again, or do you want to roll something else?
I wonder if I can My thinking being maybe using engineer to, as an extremely technical move of hitting the side of the thing with my fist to
Yeah.
try and clear up the signal.
Yeah, sure thing.
Is that the same?
All I can see is the guy from Armageddon. This is how we fix things on the Russian space station.
Precisely.
This will be controlled standard again.
Cool. That's 2 dice. At the 6. Thank you very much.
Okay. So you get through, and you reach a familiar voice who you once knew as Senior Kin Arrow Slide. And
I thought it was gonna be Tooser for a second.
I thought it was gonna be Tooser too.
Oh.
and he says,
Oh my god.
"What do you want? We're in the middle of a battle here."
God, I forgot how much. Ugh.
Oh Lord. If you want the tower to keep standing, you need to get to the base of it immediately.
We are trying our best.
Do better. Whatever you're doing, it's not as important. I fucking guarantee it.
Can I suggest a turn of phrase here?
Sure.
We're one move from mate.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't play chess, neither does Dredge.
Okay, fair. I was just thinking of like cool stuff to say like, no, it doesn't matter if you win out there. We lose in here, we all lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to help.
It's good. I think the way that is the subs for this episode says that, and then the dub says the dumb bullshit I just said.
Yes, I love it.
Okay. So he says, "We'll do our best." And he hits off on the comms.
Great.
We're all fucking doomed.
I'd like to climb. Well,
When has his best ever been anything even halfway decent?
I know the cathedral looked pretty good for a little while.
for a little bit.
For
yeah.
a little while.
If it had been built properly, it wouldn't have gone down so easily.
Exactly.
All right. I think with that, we are going to take a break.
Yes.
All right. We will be back in about 5 minutes, everyone. See you then.